Welcome back, everybody. We're here now with a couple of the ladies from the Therapeutic Recreation Program at the Rockford Park District. We have Karen and Abby. A lot of people, myself included, had never heard of this. So let's start with what is therapeutic recreation?
Therapeutic recreation is a department at the Rockford Park District, and we serve people with disabilities, all ages. Really, we start probably age 2.5 and up through adult. And we serve people with all range of disabilities, whether it be seizure disorder, a diagnosed disability such as autism or Down syndrome, or a non-diagnosed disability such as just not able to fit with a group, and we offer support with that, either with staff or with a specialty program where we have a program designed specifically for people with disabilities.
Okay, so we're talking physical and mental disabilities.
Yes.
How long has this been around?
Oh my gosh, we are at probably 24 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's something that if you didn't use this service, you might not know that it's there. How many people are using all these programs that you guys offer? Is it a lot? I mean,
it is a lot.
Big, probably too much to count.
It is. We get new families all the time because people like you, unless you have somebody in your family with a disability, you do not know about it. And word seems to grow, so we are getting the word out. And officially, we have been around for 24 years, and unofficially, before that, the Park District did serve people with disabilities, but we put it more into a program and serving all of Rockford Park District.
Okay, and you guys brought some props with you here. We have a couple of bean bags and this interesting wheeled device. And we'll get to all those in just a little bit, but it seems like you have a lot of different kinds of equipment for a lot of different kinds of people.
We do. This is adapted equipment that we keep out at the aquatic facilities, and then we have other equipment at our office that we can have on a loan program, and then we also offer staff that could support people in programs as well.
Okay, so tell us about some of the specific ways that you help people. Like, let's say with a physical disability, say somebody's in a wheelchair and can't use their legs. What kind of programs would be available for them?
Oh, a lot, and we really strive to be able to include all types of abilities into all of our parks, programs, and facilities. So somebody with a physical disability could come, to our parks and play wheelchair basketball.
Oh, how
they
fun.
could still go out to the park program, and we provide additional staff support if they would need it to play with their friends at the park. A lot of programs, we've track and field, a lot of sport opportunities, and then also just recreational, come out and have a good time.
Because there are so many programs with the Park District for everybody, whether you want to get into sports or just kind of staying active or just kind of enjoying the scenery. So do you find that this kind of gives people a chance to all do that together more?
Absolutely.
And that's our goal. Inclusion, we do quite a bit of, and what that means to us at the Park District is that people with disabilities are included with their peers, with their family, in a least restrictive environment. So whatever we can do to make that happen, whether it is equipment, additional staff support, sign language interpreters at the Imagination Station at Sinisippi Park on Wednesdays. We really make that effort to include people with disabilities in a more inclusive environment.
Almost to the point, I would imagine, where the disability doesn't get in the way at all, because I'm sure if you're dealing with that every day, you go places where it is restrictive,
Yep.
So what kind of response do you get from families who are able to just go out and have a good time because of all this help?
They are grateful, for the most part. Every program has its good and bad, but I would say for the most part very grateful. And I think the kids, if they get dirty and they're in their wheelchair and at camp, I think everybody's happy about it.
Well, especially for the kids, because in the summer, I mean, every kid wants to go out and have fun.
Great,
You know what I mean? How have you seen this program grow over the years?
I would say I need help on that one.
I say too, I just was asked this question the other day about, and I'll use inclusion as my example here, is we used to have summertime. In the summer, we used to do some specialty programs for youth. So that would just be a program that would be geared specifically for individuals with disabilities. And we really have gone away from that. We have really encouraged inclusion. We've had some great partnerships that have evolved over the last couple of years with the YMCA, so we're including people with disabilities in the YMCA programs all year long. So after school programs, summer camps out at Camp Winnebago. So we really have move towards inclusion, especially for youth, versus some specialty programs for the younger kids.
As opposed to separating people.
Yeah, you know, because especially kids learn from peers, I think, the most, and
Yeah.
what's appropriate and what's not. So we've grown significantly, I would say, in inclusion. We're really grateful for that.
What kind of differences have you seen then, both in the response from kids with disabilities and kids without, now that they're all kind of together in all these programs?
I think it's across the board, and just not even within the Park District, the understanding that's happening in schools and just now out in your community about understanding somebody with a disability and that they're not different and we can find commonalities. It's really been an improvement. I think it's not as scary for kids without disabilities to see somebody with a disability. It is accepted.
Because as a child, I mean, and I don't mean it in an offensive way, but as a child, if you haven't been, exposed to something, it can be scary, no matter what it is, because you don't understand and you've never seen someone with that particular way of moving or of getting around or whatever. So that's great. So what kind of divide is there then between programs for kids and programs for adults, or are there kind of an even number of both?
We kind of term kids all the way up through high school. So officially you could attend high school up to age 22 if you had a disability and you were in an extended program. And then adult programs are from 18 on up. And there's just less inclusive opportunities for adults. So I would say more specialty program for now is adult social, going out to eat, having a dance, something like that. And maybe one of our goals would be to have more inclusive opportunities for adults.
Yeah, well, I mean, the program's been around for so long, so have you seen people go through through a lot of the programs as kids and then continue as adults? They say, I want to keep hanging out at the Park District, so I'm having so much fun.
Oh yeah, we get to know families and see the kids progress into adults, and I say it blossom in a way too, you know, getting better in public and having fun out there in the community.
Just getting out there and enjoying yourself. Now we're heading into summer right now. We're kind of at the very beginning of it. So with summer starting, do you guys find that you get more busy with all these programs?
Yes.
You do.
Everything starts at once, it feels like, but it's great. You know, we're right in there with the Y and Atwood, and you know, just getting all our programs started along with the rest of the community and having a great time doing it.
What are some of the special ones that you have then for summer that people can kind of start looking at signing up for right now?
Absolutely. Of course, all of the Rockford Park District programs, kids can sign up and we would provide some inclusion support if needed. But we've got Teen Time and Teen Links, which is a specialty program for teens. Okay. Summer camp, 7 weeks long. We go through the end of July, beginning of August.
That's a day camp or?
It is, yep, okay. Day camp, 9 to 4, doing activities, arts and crafts, field trips, that kind of stuff. We've got some art programs, some cultural art programs. We do art at the Arc and some other park stuff.
So it's not just sports. There's a lot of other stuff
absolutely.
too.
We've got a really great and growing cultural arts program.
Oh, that's great.
We've got one that's starting up too, Rec and Roll. It's a gymnastics program. It's a collaboration.
I like the name.
Yeah. Took us a while to get to that point. Rec and Roll is a collaborative program with the Gymnastics Academy of Rockford, and it's
okay.
Yeah, it's a gymnastics kind of figure out your body and movement at the Gymnastics Academy for kids 2.5 to 5.
Is that new?
No, it's not. We've actually had it around probably 10 years. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Okay, well, it's great timing with the Olympics. I'm sure everyone has gymnastics fever this summer.
Yep.
If people want to sign up for these programs or maybe just learn more about what's available, depending on their disability or maybe someone in their family, what's the best way to get that information?
We welcome phone calls. I think a nice way to look at all the programs offered are through our website, rockfordparkdistrict.org. Okay. But if you wanted to call our office or even customer service, 987-8800, and ask for therapeutic recreation, we can talk to you about what could be helpful for your family or for your child.
Do you guys even find that someone might call with a situation that you haven't encountered before, and then you can kind of customize your approach to that person?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they're the most fun, I think, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, because I mean, you know, there is as many different combinations of needs for help as there are people.
We seem to get the call where my kid never wants to go to Magic Waters. a crowd and he doesn't want to wait in line, but we have modifications for that. So we let the parents know and we make it work.
Okay. Now, if the rest of us don't want to wait in line at Magic Waters, can you help us out, sir?
Sure. The Fast Pass for purchase.
Well, that's true. There is a Fast Pass. Okay, so question answered. All right, we have so much more to get to, including this Green Bear Fair that's coming up, and this is for people of all ages with disabilities. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll talk about that and show you how some of these props work coming up next.